Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, my mic was not working like at all. So I had to like set that up for a bit. Sorry for the wait, but yeah. Hey, I'm on the edge of my seat here, back again with another brand new video, and today will be the 5th part of my God of War walkthrough, where I have been going through the game at a somewhat moderate pace. I just hope that there is actual audio coming through. But yeah, like I don't mean, from what my Elgato is telling me, it seems that the audio is good, so I guess I'm just gonna roll with it and just move forward. And hopefully the stream is running somewhat smooth. So yeah, last we were here, that's not correct English, but we were at Poseidon's chamber and we had to fight a bunch of dogs. And I just know this section is gonna be infuriating because I have like no magic, no easy way to do this. You have to kill all the dogs in like the most normal way possible, just using your normal combos, and it's gonna be tough. We might be here a while. So yeah, one thing I don't like is that there's going to be a tutorial message here, even though every time I die I'm going to have to return here, but every time I return here they're going to tell me to hold this button down to do this. And to be fair, I mean, you do kind of need the tutorial message because like it seems like you never ever use this move in the game ever again. Though considering how many chests there are in this game, I'm assuming this move's going to come back like at some point just as like to unlock a secret chest or something. I'm just assuming that. And see, you can't do like... Oh, wait. This attack. This could maybe work. I don't know. Oh, yeah, if I don't kill these dogs fast enough, they're going to turn into the big dogs, and that's what we do not want. Okay, the aerials are not working. Wait, maybe that works, and now we're dead. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, to get back to what I was talking about with the moderate pace. So this game, I was expecting it to be harder than 3, because that was like the last one I've played thus far, and it is harder than 3. But I don't know. I think like I haven't been fully frustrated at a section in this game in the same way I was like frustrated in 3 at certain points. Like there was one part in God of War 3, like during the labyrinth, like there's like one of those final fights. Like in fact, it may even be the final fight of sorts where you just fight like 4 or 5 rounds of enemies. Like that section just kind of drove me insane. Same thing with like that big dog you have to fight, which like then spawns like 2 goats. That did drive me insane, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it drove me insane. And I don't think I've reached the section in God of War 1 here where I felt that bad. However, I will say that fighting standard enemies has been much harder in here than like most things in 3, because in like God of War 3, like we mentioned before, I think I've mentioned before, they tend to have like better telegraphs, you know, like you can read their animations more, while here enemies just do. You know, if they're close to you, they'll attack you like in half a second. And it's just, you can't really read them. You have to like predict them. While in God of War 3, you can, I'm explaining it badly. In God of War 3, you could kind of react to enemies because they would kind of telegraph things. While here, you can't really react. You have to predict sometimes. And it gets a little excessive, especially with these dogs. These dogs attack like out of nowhere, and they're so tiny, and you can't really tell their movements. And like, I'm sure there is like a big brain way to tackle them. It's just that like, it's very hard. Like you can like perfect parry them and then do like a big attack, I'm assuming, or I could maybe shove myself into a corner and that'll probably help, or maybe this attack will do something. It didn't seem to do much actually. Okay, yeah. It's not working anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a good strategy for these dogs. And also, you don't really have most of the moves you had in God of War 3, which made just big groups easier, because In God of War 3, they added this really great move called like the tackle, or just where you grab an enemy and just tackle everyone with that enemy. You don't have that in this game. So encounters are harder just because of that. You kind of have to like deal with the enemies with like your normal grabs and combos and whatnot. You don't have a move like that tackle to kind of, you know, make things easier on yourself. Because I mean, that tackle is also really useful for tackling big enemies, because the big enemies would summon smaller enemies. Now, you can't grab the big enemies in 3, but you can grab the smaller enemies and then tackle the big enemies with the small enemies. And that was insanely useful. Anyways, what does this move do? Nothing. Okay. Can we do it? Oh. Maybe, okay, maybe I'm onto something. I don't know. I think I might be onto something here. Is that if you're tackling these dogs one-on-one, they're not all that bad. It's just that, you know, once you're in that group, things just get ridiculous. Alright, here we go. The dogs are not attacking me. And see, once I'm in the crowd, they start ganging on me. But if I'm not in the crowd, you know, if I'm doing this and I have some distance on them, I can get some hits on them. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Oh, 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 I'm in the crowd, I'm in the crowd, I'm in the crowd, I'm in the crowd. And, oh, okay, no. Alright, I'm making progress. That is a good thing. Like, I mean, one thing which definitely makes this game harder than 3, with like the normal enemy groups. For one, they're much faster. They don't telegraph nearly as hard as some of the other ones, so you can't really learn their attacks as, you know, the big ogres. Okay, so like I mentioned before, there's usually like an attack, you know, like a square, square, triangle, and like that would stun the ogres in like 3, but in God of War 1, once they do a certain attack, you can't stun them. Like, you could stun them when they're not doing anything, but once they wind up their attack, they're going to commit to that attack. So that's kind of what makes things harder there. And I can't do a full combo. And stop doing that. Oh wait, can I attack them from here? I think I remember doing this when like I first beat this game. I just did this. Like, I remember that there was a strategy I did which made things easier, and I'm not 100% sure if it is this or something else, but this feels like something which a young me would do. Like, I mean, not because like I'm that smart, but because I figured out a way to cheese this room. And I guess I may or may not be repeating what I did in the past, or this could be something new I'm doing. As long as these enemies don't turn into the big enemies, you know, we're chilling. Is it better if I just do that? It is kind of better if I just do that. Look at that, and we have conquered this room. Not the most stylish way to do it, but these little puppers don't really let you do style. I don't want to say the word puppers. It makes me sound like a Tumblr person, and I've never used a Tumblr. Like, I made an account and I never made a post. So, like, I'm not a Tumblr person. So, I don't really have much reason to talk like a Tumblr person, though I guess Twitter people and Tumblr people do have some overlay. Overlay? I don't think overlay is the right word. Also, I guess the word pupper is pretty Reddit, so I don't know if I'd fully attribute the word pupper to Tumblr. It honestly might be more of a Reddit word. And they don't want to come here. Okay, so I have to like draw them, and that's a lot of them. What? I just killed like a whole army and another army spawns in. I mean, I guess more red orbs for me, but like I wasn't expecting this much, because even if I found a way to like, you know, deal with the group I just killed, then another group would spawn in. I mean, are these like infinite spawning enemies? And okay, they're attacking me now, so I'm actually in danger. Okay, so the water kind of kills them. Oh, so I actually have to like kind of be careful here, because I am close to dying. Oh wait, yeah, what am I doing? Doing single attacks when I can do that in the air? Like, I was being a little foolish there. Yeah, this room is conquered. Like, there's definitely a more efficient way I could have done this. I could have been doing this from the start instead of, you know, the thing I was doing before with that. I could have just been doing that. Okay, so there's one dog. That dog shouldn't kill me. There's no way. And there's a lot more than one dog. Okay, good. There's like 4 of them. Okay, okay. Like, these enemy spawns are a little ridiculous. God of War 3 wouldn't do this. That's another thing. God of War 1 just does things which the future games don't do. Like, the big enemies tackling you. Like, they just got rid of that attack because it's just, like, a little too mean of an attack. It's like the epic music is still happening. So, I don't know where these dogs are. Okay, there's one here and there's another one there. Oh my goodness. I mean, are these dogs just infinitely spawning? Is that like the trap of this room? I mean, I hope not, because I want to get that chest. And I want to escape with my life. Come on, that's a lot of hits. They should be dead right now, come on. There we go. And nope, not dead, not dead. There we go, the chanting has stopped. Peace, PS2 water. I don't know, like the water in the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox generation just looks very nice. It's like when they learned how to do good water, kind of. Like, yeah, water's gotten better, but like, there's just something kind of nice about how low tech this is, while also still being kind of high tech. Like, we kind of reached the point where things look nice. I don't know. Like, the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube era is kind of the point where we could do somewhat realistic-looking models without going full photorealism. So games just, you know, they have a nice look to them. So yeah, that's cool. We got our chest. We can go through the door. And I just hope we have a health chest or something waiting for us in the next couple rooms, because I really could use it. Same with magic. Like, the jump from N64, PS1, and I forgot what other console was fighting at the time, to the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube is like probably the biggest graphical leap out of anything, really. Because all the other graphical leaps just have not compared. Like, we've never really had a moment where we went from like Silent Hill 1 to Silent Hill 2. You know, like, that is just an insane jump. Or Metal Gear Solid 1 to Metal Gear Solid 2. Like, the jump from like the PS2 to like the PS3, I mean, it's impressive, but it's not as impressive, you know, because like, and, oh, what? No! How could this be? And are these the ones that do the bomb? Damn, these are the ones that do the bomb. No! Oh, maybe I can skip this enemy, because honestly, I don't care about getting the red orbs from this enemy. If I can skip him, I'm going to skip him, because I don't want to deal with him. Oh, wait, but the door's not open. Wait. I flipped the switch, and this door, like, you know, when I flipped the switch, it was open. Or did this open? I don't know. I haven't been here before, so I'm just going to go down here. And the music's a lot calmer. Honestly, this little area, this green area, reminds me of Thief: The Dark Project, the first game. Like, the first 3 games, the Thief trilogy, are just fantastic games, which just are seminal stealth classics. And honestly, I want to do a no damage of all the missions in those games. We should do like a full game walkthrough for all 3 of them. Just, you know, no damage, you know, full stealth. I mean, it's going to be very hard because those games get very cryptic, and honestly, like, I don't know how to do the quick saves, and I don't even know if I want to do any quick saves in the level. Like, maybe I'll do the entire level in one go, though that is kind of high order. But yeah, the first 3 games are fantastic. You know, like, and this little section, this little green tunnel, this Kiwami tunnel here, it reminds me of like the 3rd level of Thief: The Dark Project or Thief Gold, where you're just exploring the labyrinth. Because I'm pretty sure there's like one section that's kind of like this, but it's like a white tunnel. Yeah, no, highly recommend the first 3 Thief games. The 4th game, the reboot, sucks. Just play Dishonored, frankly. It's actually better and more true to the Thief lineage. Just like, ugh. I do not like that 4th Thief game, because I bought it at launch for like $50, and I just feel like I got ripped off completely ripped off. Ooh. Ooh, very soothing. Like, I just slaughtered a bunch of, like, puppers, and, like, now we're here. It's kind of... You know, that figure kind of looks like Medusa, looking at it far away, and I hate fighting the Medusas, so, like, this soothing vibe just kind of got ruined by the implications of whatever that thing over there is. What is it, even? Oh, it's a Nyan. A Nyad. The child of Poseidon. Many have drowned longing for her embrace. I don't doubt it. What is down here? Am I gonna get a chest? Or is this just the main story path? Because honestly, with this game, I don't even know. It's a carving of two Nyans. Nyans. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm just butchering the pronunciation on that. Ooh, I can go up here. And I can go down here. Ooh, this is like a whole little area. You know, you can get lost here. And oh, this is the part where they like try to kill you and all that. No, we're going away from that. I'm gonna go check out what's over here. Because this wall is like breakable. I can just go. Alright, so what are you doing here? And how exactly do I please the Nyans? I mean, well, what do you want? I broke your wall. I don't know if that pleases you or not. I know it pleases. Oh, we have. Oh, these guys. I hate these guys, bro. Alright, well. Back to the same old, same old. And we can't even see Kratos due to the camera angle. And we've completely missed. Things have been progressing somewhat smoothly. Ah, come... Like, I mean, these enemies, like, you know, they suck, but at least you have, like, a one strategy to deal with them. I mean, you have plenty of strategies. Honestly, I mean, if you want to be all stylish, you could try to combo them, even though they just block and parry you, so it just makes it very frustrating to combo them, and this is just much quicker, this whole grab strategy. And, oh, what was that damage? Oh, what was that damage? Hey, come on. Ah. I didn't want to grab you, I want to grab him. Come on. I mean, I'm assuming all of these are hymns. I don't know, with these enemies, they tend to have, like, a single gender, right? Because if there were another gender, like, you know, if we're, like, doing enemy coding or whatever, I don't think coding's the right word for it. You know, like, just trying to, like, associate different traits to different enemies. Like, if it's a different gender, they probably just make it a different enemy. Like, I don't know, that's just how the games go. I mean, like, I'm thinking about Metal Gear Solid 4, which has an entire enemy unit that's just specifically made up out of women, which, to be fair, was like a whole point about the war economy or something, about how we're running out of soldiers, so they're sending in women to fight as well. Thing is, like, those soldiers were like Ocelot's, like, special fighting unit. He just really liked them because they were like frogs. The frog soldiers. Okay, so I can get more health, or I can get more magic. If I get more health, you know, it'll let me deal with the next upcoming threats better, but if I get more magic, I'll be able to use magic, but I'm pretty much gonna have to, like, no damage the next session, because given how fast these enemies deal damage, getting magic is kind of just forcing me to do no damage. Yeah, I'll get magic. Ooh, this is nice. Oh, it's just like Zelda. And, oh, getting... Getting magic was exactly the right call because these pots just give me health. I actually wonder if you got health, if the pots will give you magic or something, or some silly thing like that. And, oh, is this why we have to get the muse keys? Because it will please the muses? Because I got one and now I have the other. There was like that one door which required the muses or whatnot. So I guess, are we going to return to that door? Well, let's see, I guess. Are you happy? Not yet. Wait, what? No, are you happy? Not yet? Okay. Let's just go to the right. Let's go to the death tunnel. Wait, but there was something over there. There was something around here. There was that whole big thing. Actually, you know what? Maybe there wasn't something here. Oh. Maybe there was. We entered here, and I said that you look very scary and I don't like you. Wait, can I go up? I can't. Okay, so the only way forward, pretty much... Wait, can I break this wall? I can't. Okay. So yeah, the only way forward is to pretty much go down. Yeah, like, honestly, I don't remember this section. Like, I think I do, but I don't. Because there are sections of this game where I just instantly remember them. Like, the little death trap thing to the right here. I remember that. But, like, a lot of these other things I don't fully remember. Like, this little section here, I don't fully remember that from, you know, playing it back then. I just kind of forgot. I remember this face. This big face, I kind of remembered it. And I definitely remember this tunnel. Because now it's going to get all scary. In fact, I actually wonder if I have to speed up here or not. Is that part of the design? Like, speed up, speed up. No! I guess I sped up in the wrong way. And, what is this? What is this? Do I have the muse key or do I not have the muse key? That's what I'm wondering about. Because I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh. Well, I wasn't looking at the carving. I was looking at the big wheel. Oh? Okay, so I have full health, full magic. I mean, I'm just wondering if I have the muse key or not. Because it kind of started me all the way back there, so I'm assuming I don't. So I guess I'll have to come back here to get it. No, I don't. Okay, so it kept track of the fact that I actually got the muse key. So I don't have to come back here. Usually when the screen shakes like this, it means that I can break an item, but for some reason this item isn't breaking, so I don't know what this game's going on about with the screen shake. Little inconsistency in the game design, environment design, call it what you like. Like, if you're keeping track of the fact that I got the muse key and you're keeping track of the fact that I got those chests which healed my health and magic, why not just keep me here? Because this is kind of the big section I have to do. Alright. And we did it. Those noises were not completely necessary, but you know what? I was just kind of doing what first came to mind. Like, no, this streaming thing is, like, hard to, like, keep interesting. Like, I mean, doing it is good. I don't know, I'm getting a little bit more of a feel for it. But, like, I don't know, I mean, I don't really know what interesting topic to bring up at this moment, except the fact that this water is exactly like the Miami Beach water. This shade of green, this is what the Miami Beach looks like. I'm just gonna say that up front, and I'm not a fan of it. I want it to be more blue. Like, I don't know. I don't want the beach to be like so green-ish with like seaweed and all that. I want it to be more clear and blue. Alright, that's just my preference. Honestly, like, I don't even know why you'd have a preference against my preference. Oh. I've never seen the shield be like that. I don't know. Like, usually like those red force field things are like doors or walls. I've never seen it be like a circle. Like it is right now. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's like an ascending cylinder and stuff. Honestly, like, and you cannot block that. I mean, to be fair, you couldn't block that in God of War 3, so I should have just expected it to not be blockable in God of War 1. Thing is that there were some things that aren't blockable in God of War 3 that... There are some things which are like unblockable in God of War 3 which are blockable in this game, so I don't know, it's just like a couple inconsistencies. Like with the big dog, when you can block all of its attacks, while in God of War 3 when you fight the final big dog, you can't really block most of its attacks. You have to dodge it. So it's just kind of weird. Maybe you could have, and I just got tricked by the game or something. I don't know. Oh wait, I have magic. I can use magic. Let's just gather everyone around for a big magic parade. Is magic parade a real thing? That's definitely a phrase that's been used before for like some song or book or something. Yeah, let me know if magic parade has ever been used before and has like a copyright. I'd like to know. Ooh, enough. Let's get 120 hits. Oh, come on! I jinxed myself exactly when I was about to get it. Come on, I wanted 120 hits. Oh, come on. Like, alright, we're back here. We have full health. Let's try to keep it. And I was glitching out there, but we'll do it. And oh, honestly, like these big kamikaze bats, harpies aren't too big of an issue. Honestly, I'm more worried about blue swords here, because if I don't parry the thing correctly, I mean, like, yeah, the kamikaze things are bad, but honestly, okay, never mind. Maybe I am scared of the kamikaze things. It's just that when there's a big group of these yellow football enemies, they kind of, is that their armor kind of looks like football armor, you know, like American football, brown ball. I mean, like, I've never really seen a soccer ball that's like completely round. It has to have some white on it. So I guess calling the American football ball the brown ball probably is descriptive enough to, you know, let you know what type of football I'm talking about, because there is no brown soccer ball. I mean, like, there's different colored soccer balls, but like in the professional sense, they only really use the white and black one, right? I mean, I'm not an expert. You know, let me know about that, but I'm pretty sure that in these official like FIFA matches and all, they're using the black and white ball. I mean, why would you change it? You know, if it works, you know, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's it. Oh! I did use magic before. Maybe I'll use it now. See, the attack hit me, but it didn't kill me. And that I like a lot. And there we go. We finally reached my over 120 hits. So I was able to do it. Mind you, most of that just came from the lightning attack. But it's cool. Ooh, what? Can this attack do stuff? I mean, it can do stuff, certainly. I'm just wondering if it can do amazing stuff. And the kamikaze kind of got me. And even the blue sword got me. That's not cool. Let's try to get some enemies juggled here, just to... Did that enemy just try to do a tackle on me? Alright, that's it. Magic again. I got mad. So yeah, like, brown ball is a good descriptor for American football. Okay, maybe I'll start using magic when like my health is actually low, but before then, let's stick to these light combos because they do a lot. Maybe not even stick to the light combos, because juggling enemies does help, as long as they don't do that spinning pirouette attack. Yeah, like that one. I don't want them doing that. Please stop. Oh, I mean, I could do this, though it's a lot of enemies, and... Oh, they're better at attacking me than the dogs. So, I don't know. Doing that... Can the harpies kamikaze themselves into the water? I don't know. Okay, maybe now I should start spamming the lightning. And just like that, most of these enemies have respawned, and we can just do that. However, we cannot do that again unless I get more magic from the chest, but I mean, these enemies, given the way they attack, maybe I'll... Oh, and there's actually 2 chests, so once this battle's over, I can heal my health and magic. Okay, that's good. Oh, come on. That wasn't cool. Oh, yeah, there's only like 3 of them, so maybe once I kill these 3, it's over. So let's just not mess this up. Because 1 hit from these guys will kill me. See, I just did a heavy attack and it did not affect that guy at all. But whatever, it's done, it's over. Yes, hello. It is cool that you're like from Russia. I don't know, actually back in high school I had some Russian exchange students and... No. I got health from this chest, thinking that this other chest would give me magic. But it's only a health chest. Maybe if I reset. Honestly, if I have to repeat the entire combat encounter, I don't care. I don't want to make that mistake. Yeah, we're repeating the entire combat encounter because I don't want to be foolish enough to, you know, not get my magic chest. Alright, like, this, I need to have strong convictions here about this, because if I don't, then who will? I am not going to skip out on getting my magic. Not at all. Not one bit. We're doing this again. I did it once, I can do it again. Alright, time to do magic. But yeah, like the Russian exchange students I knew, they like flew planes and stuff. And like, I mean, just that concept, I didn't know there was people that could be in high school and just fly planes. Like, they would like not come to class every now and then just because they were just flying across the country. And that was that. You know, like, I mean, they did it. They had a video of it. And it's just like, yeah, they're here. And, you know, in 2 weeks, they're going to be flying somewhere else. Not even 2 weeks, like in 2 days. And they also recommended me to play Stalker. And I do own Stalker, the first one, so I'll get around to that at some point. I don't know if I want to do a no damage of those games, because those games do seem brutally hard, like to the point where no damage might be impossible. But I do want to play them, because, I don't know, they're like part of the immersive sim genre, which is kind of similar to the Thief games, so I'll get around to playing them one day. Maybe I'll do it on the channel, maybe I'll just do it on my own time, but I do own the first one, so I'll do it. Because those games do look really interesting, and I think sometimes I lock myself into playing only games I'm familiar with, and like that's a good one to kind of branch out to. I also need to beat System Shock 2. Because I beat Deus Ex, the first one, but System Shock 2, I got to like the engineering section, then I got lost and I never picked it up again. So definitely want to return to System Shock 2. And I'll play System Shock 1 one day, though that game, if I'm confused by System Shock 2, then like System Shock 1 is going to be like a whole different ordeal. Now what scares me about System Shock 2 is that apparently it's the sort of game where if you upgrade wrong, you have to like restart the entire game over again. Like Deus Ex 1 is kind of like that, but not really. Like Deus Ex 1 is actually pretty lenient with the way you have to upgrade, you know. It lets you have like a choice, while apparently System Shock 2, if you make the wrong choice, you fail the game. And that worries me a lot, because it kind of makes you like indecisive with how to proceed. Because like, ooh, do I get this ability? Do I get this ability? And you just don't know. Because if you get the wrong ability, the game's over. I was about to say, like, is this over or is this not over? And I guess it's not over. Ooh, ooh. Oh wow, it's almost over. That's great. Because now I can actually get my magic and my health. This sacrifice of time was worth it. And, oh. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. Oh well. We'll deal with it. You know, this game, you could beat it in like 3 hours. However, that's not what I'm going to be doing because I restarted this combat section just so I can get magic for the next section. It'd be really funny if, like, in the next section I don't need to use magic at all. But it's always good to have magic. And oh. Come on. Ah. Stop that, stop that. Ah. Oh wow, I'm actually beating this attempt without even using magic. Okay, that's fun. Honestly, that's not fun. I actually want to just let loose with the lightning, so... And okay, it's not over yet because there are new enemies spawning in. And that's that. Okay, so I have two options for the chat. I have like the top chat and the live chat, but there's like no difference between them for me. Like maybe if if the chat was going a little more crazy, there'd be difference. But like right now, like top chat and live chat are the exact same thing. But yeah, my efforts were not in vain because now I have full health, full magic. Though to be fair, I didn't even need to use magic to beat that encounter. Like, I had a really good attempt in this last attempt, and I probably didn't even need to use the lightning, but using the lightning helped a lot. And is this a timed section? I really hope it isn't. Oh, wait, I have to go through the blades again? Oh, that's... Oh, I have to go through the blades again. No. And it's still trying to kill me. Oh, that is rough. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright. A for effort and execution. Yes, I am grading myself, and I thought that was the door, but it was not the door. This is the door. And a little save point underwater. Okay, I'll take it. And another breakable door, but I wonder if this is... Oh! Pleasing the... Meow meow. Oh, wait, so is this the main story path? Or is this a secret room? Alright. I guess I've pleased them because look at these gifts. They're great. They're great. This is a great magical gift. Ooh, a little hidden one right here in the corner. The camera angle kind of hid it for a bit. You kind of have to go around to get the full view. Let's see anything to glitch here. I'm assuming there's more platforming challenges to do. Like, I don't know. There's like one section I saw in a walkthrough where someone was doing a certain glitch, which I don't know how to do, where, you know, they did the glitch. So, this isn't the only time, and what's this? It is a statue of Lord Poseidon. I don't remember coming up here. So maybe I feel, yeah, I did. What's going on? That took a little while for a death. I don't know, usually like those sort of things, they kill you instantly, but they just decided, let's drag this out for like 10 seconds and then you die. Okay, is there anything I can upgrade? Okay, so the Blades of Chaos, I need to upgrade that, so I need to save enough points for that. Medusa's Gaze, see, I feel like there might be a future encounter where this will be super useful, though to be fair, it's already been useful at this point, so... Does this really need an upgrade? I'm never going to use this sword. I don't like it. So I'm just going to save my points for this blade. And once I get the power of Hades, I'll try to get the power of Hades. Okay. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. No, 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 no. What's the trick? Oh, the trick is that you're supposed to go under and wait for it to come up. Okay, okay. That's the puzzle. Like, some puzzles in this game do just kind of come down to move the block, and those do kind of suck, but then there's like more inventive puzzles, and those are cool. Okay, see, I could go up, but going up takes a bit of a while. Alright. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This game, like, structures these sections in a way to be the most stressful. Like, I'm assuming I was supposed to, like, charge up my super speed and, like, do a super speed thing there. Maybe that's probably what I had to do. Alright. I just wish I could, like, charge up my speed while I was moving, because, like, charging up your speed, you have to, like, stand still, and that just... See, if I stay in this corner, I'm gonna get hit again, like that. But, okay. Oh, that helps a ton. Oh, my goodness. No! Okay, I had to do it twice. You have to do it twice. Okay. Honestly, like, the only loading screens I'm getting in this game are just when I die. Because then the game has to load and all that. I'm gonna be a brave boy and I'm just gonna... Alright, alright. Well, yeah, Hitman 2 had some levels in Russia, now that I'm thinking about it. And the Hitman games were also ones which I want to do a no damage of, but those are complicated because those games let you be creative. I mean, some of the earlier games, you know, like, do have a rigid way of doing things, especially if you want to get, like, the perfect assassin, silent assassin. But as the series goes along, you can get really creative with it, and then at some point, like, for a lot of those, like, longer form stealthy videos, I do like to look at other videos for, like, you know, walkthrough help. But for Hitman, I kind of want to make my own approach, you know, like my own unique approach to no damaging, like, those levels. And that's going to be hard because, I mean, sometimes you don't know what works and what doesn't. It can be a bit inconsistent in those Hitman games, especially the earlier games. Like Hitman 2's camo system, you know, like with this outfits and all that, changes on a dime. Like, from level to level, because, like, in one level you get spotted no matter what you do, and in other levels your disguises actually work. And, like, but I love those games, mind you. I love Hitman 2, Hitman Contracts, Hitman Blood Money, the reboot Hitman games. I don't love the first game, honestly. Hitman Codename 47 kind of blows. Its save system is ass. Some levels are just ass, period. Like, Hitman 2 has some really bad levels, but it's just, like, first of all, it improved the save system, and it has enough good stuff in it to, like, you know, justify the bad, I think, personally. Maybe it's just nostalgia talking, but I really like Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. And, like, but I will say, this is true of all the Hitman games except for, like, maybe Absolution. And maybe I'm just being harsh with Absolution, but, like, you know, when you have such great soundtracks with, like, Jesper Kid, with, like, Hitman Codename 47 has some amazing tracks in that game. There's, like, the jungle levels in Hitman Codename 47 are just awful. There are some of, like, the worst levels in the entire franchise, but the music in them, especially, like, in the first one, oh, that stuff is magical. Like, I adore that music. Like, it's just so grandiose and epic. And there's this one track in Hitman 2 called Exploration, which just hits all the right notes for me. Like, that is just an absolutely classic track. And oh, I killed them by putting them in the water. Okay, so unlike the big Gorgon, these enemies do not just climb back up because they can't swim. once they're in the water, they're too heavy because like their entire like body weight is like a sack of bricks without needing the sack of bricks. I mean, to be fair, they are carrying a hammer, so I guess the hammer is the sack of bricks, which doesn't, you know, let them swim up. Because I guess they're not smart enough to let go of their hammer, so the hammer just kind of sinks them in the water. And then Hitman Contracts, I mean, the soundtrack there isn't exactly catchy, but it is super atmospheric, super, like, scary at points. And, like, that fits the tone of, like, the best parts of that game. And it's, like, just, like, the past is kind of foggy. There's, like, the meat. Have I talked about Hitman before? Like, in this God of War walkthrough? I feel like I have. I mean, I've definitely mentioned Hitman when I was doing, like, my Metal Gear Solid No Damages and the commentaries there. But I don't know if I've mentioned the Hitman games while, you know, streaming God of War here. I don't know if this is the first time I'm talking about it or if I've mentioned it before. But yeah, I definitely want to do Hitman 2, Contracts, Blood Money, and those like reboot Hitman games of sorts. They're not technically reboots, they're technically continuations, I think. I'm not 100% caught up on the lore there, but I played the first one. It was dope. The only thing I didn't like was that it was like DRM-y, so I actually could not unlock anything because I had really bad connection when I was playing that game. I have not played the second or third one yet, and apparently like those ones are the best ones. And also, I mean, with the third one, I could just buy the third one and then play all the previous levels of the first and second one with the mechanics of the third one, so it was just kind of like, it's a little confusing, but it's also like, that's such an awesome feature. I just like that. You know, because now, I mean, I think one issue I had with that first Hitman, like, reboot game is that it was only, like, 6 levels, so it did feel kind of short. You know, great levels and all, but it did feel kind of short. But now we have all 3 games, so now we have, like, this big mega game. And, like, I need to revisit the first game because it's been a while since I played those, like, first couple levels. Is that Poseidon up there? Let's check him out. Never mind, even when I get that much airtime, I can't see his face. I guess the gods like to do that to the ye-wee mortals. Okay, we got a big switch here, but do we have anything over here? We had that chest, but since I didn't really lose much of anything, don't need it. So we're gonna... That is not Poseidon. That is a woman. Is that Poseidon's wife? Okay, so here we have a timed section. We have to do some platforming. This reminds me of the water temple of Ocarina of Time. And Ocarina of Time did come out before this game. I was going decently fast. Why did you do that? I mean, I'm assuming this is some sort of puzzle. Okay, so like there's this lady which you like needlessly brutalize in 3 and it's kind of creepy. It's just kind of like, why are we doing this? There's no need to like brutalize this lady. And I don't know if that lady is Poseidon's wife or just like one of Poseidon's like mistresses or something, or like worshippers. I forgot her exact role because the game didn't really care about it. She just freaking slaughtered her for like a punchline, and it's just kind of like, why are you doing this? Okay, come on. Hey! And there are enemies. I'm just like slaughtering that one guy in the corner and ignoring like the 3 enemies behind me. And now I'm gonna stop ignoring the 3 enemies behind me. Because honestly, it is kind of like messed up. Because I mean, I'm seeing like some figures here, some like gods, which would show up in the 3rd game. And in this game, they're given like a slight bit of respect, like Aphrodite. She's like, you know, she seems like a powerful goddess and stuff. And then you get to the 3rd game, and she's just like, I'm about to come. Like it's like a complete contrast. I'm assuming like the evils of Pandora Box made her more, I'm about to come, oh, like whatever. It's just like, I don't like it. I mean, I'm just making like allusions to things and not fully explaining myself. Yeah, faithful wife. See, like, this game, it's like, yo, we're treating this woman with respect. Then you get to the third game and you freaking bash her head into a wall. I don't even know if that's her, though. Because, honestly, the way she looks here and the way she looks in the third game is pretty different. Because in the third game, she's just completely naked with, like, a few robes. While here, she's got all the robes. And, like, that's the thing. I don't even know if, like, that chick which shows up in the third game even is this chick, which is a big statue. Wait, what am I even supposed to be doing here? I just got some chests. I got some red orbs, but... only she knows the secret way out. Okay. Sure thing. Okay, the way I see it, I think this was actually like a trick. I'm not supposed to climb the platforms. I think what I'm supposed to be doing... there's probably like a secret room once I, you know, lift up these things and like I have to enter that secret room. That's probably what it is. Or does opening the pillars open that door? I don't know. Let's check it out. A giant blue light motherfucker. There's Zeus and Poseidon. They're like giant blue faces. But I don't know if they really count as like a giant blue motherfucker. Because like that reminds me of, like the Smurfs. And like in the reboot game, I mean I haven't played the reboot. It's not even a reboot game. The fourth game in the franchise. There is a blue motherfucker, but he's not giant. He's like a dwarf. And he like makes your axe and stuff. And like he seems like a chill guy. As for blue giants in this one, I forgot. I'm gonna let you know right now. I forgot. There we go. See what I'm talking about? This is exactly what I was talking about. I actually remember this when I played this as like a kid. So, you know what? My memory is serving me well. I mean, there is that one Titan that's like a lightning Titan or something, which just looks exactly like Gaia, except he's a dude, so he doesn't have boobs. And instead of like the green stuff around the stone, it's like a bunch of blue energy around him. But he like instantly dies in 3. And he never shows up in this game. And they only like slightly show him in like the second. So when it comes to a giant blue motherfucker, not here. Oh wait, there is the giant statue which has blue eyes in the second game. And yeah, I've been here before, so I'm assuming I'm gonna open that door, which requires like the 2 Muse keys. Or at least I have the option to do so, though I don't know if that door is over there or over there. Yeah, like, I mean, the first boss in the second game is a golden statue with blue glowing eyes. So I don't know, I mean, dude, I don't really want to call that guy a blue motherfucker, though. Because he's a golden motherfucker. He just has blue eyes. I don't know. It's like if you call like a white person like green because they have green eyes. Which in that case, I'm Kiwami. Like, I'm the Kiwami. Okay, so that's a chest which I can open or cannot open. So this is like a completely new room. So I actually want to avoid it and go back and see the old room, which I think I can open now. And oh. Ooh, shields. You know, shield enemies in this game and in God of War 3 are annoying just because they have like an insta-kill attack. No, it's not even an insta-kill. It deals very little damage. It just happens instantly. You know, like, I mean, most enemies in God of War 3, they like have telegraphs, but I guess the shield enemies, you know, and they have like a shield which you can like only break with like the Hercules weapon. Those enemies, the way they attack with their shields is kind of exactly the same way that most enemies attack in this game. So that's like one piece of nostalgia I wish didn't carry over to the third game. I wish they kept this stuff back on the PS2 with these shield enemies like instantly attacking you if you're like in their diameter. Ugh. Infuriating. Oh yeah, you know, I actually forgot that if you grab an enemy and like press square instead of the circle button, you do that cool move. I have not been doing this move at all, and like it looks sick. Like, I mean, I don't know how useful it is compared to, like, the other grab moves, but, like, that move looks sick. I want to do it just because it looks cool. Yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It seems like... Okay, so... Game Capture HD just quit randomly. Like, okay, I'm seeing that I still have audio levels here, but like, I was just talking, and I wasn't looking at my laptop screen, and yeah, like my game capture thing just quit. So like my entire stream just went down for a bit, but I recovered it quick enough that like the YouTube live didn't go away, and now we're here. I just hope the stream is running smoothly. But yeah, to get back to what I was talking about, so like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, just I heard it's like Dark Souls but like with lightsabers, and honestly that sounds like a good pitch to me. So I might get that game, and since it is on PC, I might play it on the Steam Deck, because I don't know, it seems like it runs pretty well on the Steam Deck, so I might just play it there, though it's not exactly the biggest priority, because I do want to do the other God of Wars, and, you know, play some Judgment again, and also just maybe Omori one day, just because like that's a game my friend got me, so I do want to try it out. And that game is short, so it shouldn't take too long. It seems like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is like a mix between Dark Souls, but like with lightsabers. I just heard the combat was kind of like that from people who've played it. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, then like it probably seems like a decent good time. Oh yeah, Ghost of... I don't know how to... I don't know how to pronounce that last part. Tsunumi... Sashu... But that game looks cool. Like, I don't mean, it's kind of sad that, like, Sucker Punch hasn't, you know, taken off after, like, that infamous game or whatever. I don't know. I don't know the history of Sucker Punch, but it's just cool that they're making more games and that it's cool stuff like the Ghost of so-and-so. Like, that game and Sekiro are ones which I definitely want to play, though. If I'm going to do Sekiro, I'm going to do Bloodborne. So I might do the Bloodborne boss fights first before doing Sekiro. But Ghost of, however you say that last name, does look like a cool game. I hear a lot of good things about it. My favorite... Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, I don't even know if that's correct, but yeah, that game looks cool. As for my favorite boss fights in the God of War series, well, honestly, the Ares here, like the final boss in this game, is definitely one of them. Like, as a final boss, he just sets a super dope impression. As for the third game, which I've played recently, like, Hades is my favorite boss fight in that game, just because like it's structured more like a normal boss fight where you have to be good at the game and do cool combos, and you can like lay a ton of damage on him. And if you're good at the game and good with your parries, you can continue laying damage on him. Because like the one thing I don't like about how some God of War boss fights are designed is that like they'll take 2 hits from you and then immediately dodge or block your attack. Like Zeus does that. Like, you know, Zeus is a cool fight, but it's just like he's not the most fun enemy to fight, because, you know, you land like 2 hits on him and then suddenly he dodges, teleports away, blocks your attack, parries you, and it's just like, that's not fun. I don't know. At some point, that's not fun. I mean, Zeus is still a dope fight, don't get me wrong. It's just that he's not as dope as I'd like him to be, and I just think Hades is the most dope fight, because, you know, Hades is like, you know, 5-6 phases of a fight. There's barely any cutscenes interrupting your gameplay. You know, it's like consistent, fun, and it's like the second fight in the game. So it is kind of weird that like God of War 3 in terms of boss fights, I think peaks at the second fight in the game. You know, it's like, but I think Hades is probably like my favorite fight in the God of War series from the first 3 games I've played. Like, I mean, once I was done, you know, no damaging Hades, I felt like I really accomplished something. While with some of the other fights, it just kind of felt like I was struggling, you know, like I don't know if I fully did my best with those fights. But with my Hades no damage, I feel like I did my best with that. But yeah, there's this one room which I need to go to, and I don't know if it's in this room or outside there. So I just went down there, and like that's where you get the skull of so-and-so, and I already got that skull, so I don't need to go back there. Like, yeah, no, the final phase of, like, Zeus in God of War 3 has that whole thing where like he teleports a bajillion of himself, and like the only way I was able to no damage that section, I mean, if you watch the video, I explain it. There was like this one video I saw where a guy was able to cheese him because he just kept launching him in the air and like grabbing him, and that just like gets rid of all the tedium of that fight. It's like a complete cheat, but like, you know what? Screw that like fight kind of. So like I don't care, because like if I didn't do that cheat, that video would have come out in like 4 extra days. It would have taken me a while, maybe even an extra week, just because like that section is just complete hell to do. Like that's the one thing I don't like as like Zeus as a final boss in God of War 3 is that, you know, you have like the first phase with him, which is like a side-scrolling thing, and then there's like a massive cutscene, and then like you have like a fake second phase where you kind of fight him for a bit, but not really, because then Gaia comes in and it's another massive cutscene, and then you have the actual final gameplay phase, and then after that you have like a whole, you know, retrospective part. Then there's like a fourth phase, which isn't really a combat phase. It's just mostly a part. It's mostly just a phase for you to feel good about yourself. It's just brutalized. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if feel good about yourself is the best way to say it, because it is like God of War 3 does kind of end on a bit of a somber note. Like, yeah, you brutalized Zeus and like he frankly had it coming, but the whole world is in despair. It's not a happy ending at all. Wait, did I look up all the games you suggested last stream? There was one you said about Rome, if you're the same person who suggested the Rome game. I can't say I looked up the Rome game, but like for the other games, I think I knew what those games were. And what is over here? What is this? Why does this look like a flesh wall? But yeah, no, I can't say I looked up the Rome game, but I did get the impression that I knew what the other games were. So I don't know. I don't think I would have had to Google them, but I still do need to Google like that Rome game. I actually forgot like what the rest of the title was. Because wait, this is really weird. I've been here before, but I also haven't been here before, because I was like walking down this like bricky, fleshy hallway, and I thought this was new. Like I don't remember this being here, but I was in this room. I do remember being in this room, but I don't remember this hallway. So I don't know what's up with that. Like, I don't know, I mean, like, I guess killing your dad is kind of sad, but with, like, all the things Zeus did, he had it coming. Because, I mean, the reason I say that he had it coming is because Kratos does a lot of things that just, those people did not deserve to die. So, like, I mean, when it comes to, like, the brutal, awful things Kratos has done, killing Zeus is honestly one of the more justified ones, given, like, all the backstabbing and treachery and betrayals like he did. I mean, like, he like just straight up started destroying Sparta for no reason, just to spite you. I mean, to be fair, you were also like destroying Athens, and I've been here before, haven't I? I mean, like the camera, the way it's like, yeah, I've been here before. There's no reason for me to come here. Wait, there's like dialogue of Zeus apologizing to Kratos, but wait, in which game? The second or the third one? I can't fully say that I know what I'm doing. I can't say that. Like, where is that muse door? And, oh, okay, now I can actually go underwater, so maybe there's, like, something I can do here now that I can go underwater, like, push that thing. However, there was that secret door, which I can now access because of my thing. I can go under here. Is this even what I'm supposed to be doing? Going under here? Look, I'm trying to like remember when Zeus tried to kill Kratos. I mean, to be fair, he's always trying to do it, but like you're always fighting him. Like he never really got the advantage on you until he became like the chaos version of himself, like the big chaos Zeus. And he's like, ah, I'm gonna grab you extremely hard. Ah! And like Kratos gets all his magic and like weapons and stuff taken away. And okay, this is new, isn't it? Yeah, because if the door locks me, yeah, this is the boss fight. Uh-oh. If this is the boss fight, like I want to create an extra save just so that I can revisit that save for this boss fight, but there's no save point in here, so I may go back and just, but like the save point all the way back here is too far away, so it's just kind of like, what are we doing here? Like, really? Okay, so once I enter that room, that's like the boss fight room. And like, I mean, you don't like fight the boss fight immediately. Like, there's like some enemies you have to fight and like kill them exactly in like a certain portal and all that. There's like that whole busy business. So, alright, let me try to find the save point, wherever it may be. Alright, but what's this about? Okay, so since it's submerged, I can't do anything with it. Okay. Wait, I can't even jump on that stuff? Oh, come on. That's not cool. Okay, where is that save point? What's this? Oh, that was like when I was doing the whole puzzle with like the big rolling thing. Okay. Is there a save point upstairs? Like you'd hope. Like that oh, there is a save point up here. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I have it. I just don't like it. Like, I mean, I remember, like, when I was playing this game as a kid, I just always got hit when I used this blade, and enemies would just, like, annihilate me, so I just don't feel inclined to use it. I like the blades of suffering more. It's just a cooler weapon, because, you know, these, they have, like, the whole gimmick with the chains and all that, and it's kind of like Ghost Rider. And you get to this, it's just a big sword, and to be fair, the purple glow is very cool, I won't lie. And, like, its exaggerated size is also, like, pretty dope. But, like, this is classic. This is classic. Like, I just can't get past it. And God of War 3 couldn't get past it because they made, like, 4 weapons that kind of operated in nearly the same way. Except for the big punchy weapon. That was more like a punchy DMC sort of weapon. I do wish the punchy weapon had more advanced combos, but, like, you could do some pretty advanced stuff with that, so. Yeah, like, I'm going to save all my upgrade points for these blades, not the other blade. Because, like, I'm not even going to use the other blade for the boss fights. So, like, what's the point, really? And, oh, wait, no. I was about to, like, not do the thing I want to do. What I want to do is keep this save as a boss fight save. There we go, like, I've got my nice set of saves. Like, I got the save for when I'm progressing through the game, I got the Hydra save, which, to be fair, I don't even need the Hydra save anymore because I've already no-damaged all the Hydras, excuse me. I have this save, which is, I believe it will be for the Minotaur boss, and I am 5 hours and 32 minutes into this game, and to be fair, I don't know if those hours are counting how many times I've had to retry, because I feel like my YouTube runtime has actually been longer than 5 hours and 32 minutes. Just like, you know, I have 4 parts, and like one's an hour, one's 2 hours, one's 1 hour, and then one's 3 hours. Like, that's not like, that doesn't add up to like 5 hours and 32 minutes. That adds up to like a bit more, I'd say. But yeah, let's get back to it. No. You know, I'm curious about what this room's about, though. I've been here before, though, haven't I? And I'm not supposed to be here. Yeah, no. There's no reason to go there. Let's head back. It's kind of funny how, like, you know, moving forward had to, like, make a loading screen pop up, but then I come back here and there's no loading screen. So I don't know, like, how the loading works in God of War 1. I mean, it's kind of doing, like, the whole Jak and Daxter thing where it's, like, one seamless world and all. So I guess, like, this whole section is still rendered in. They just needed to render in the stuff outside there, which I don't really need to go to. Yeah, you enjoy that music, because I listen to a ton of music as well. In fact, maybe too much. No, like, I mean, we've been known with the Ishin and the cards. It looks very stupid. Like, I just don't like. I mean, besides it being looking overpowered and all that, I don't like the UI. Like, the cards are just in that corner, very big, very unavoidable. Like, I want to get rid of that. I want to, like, shut off that, like, UI element, and it seems like you won't be able to, and I don't like that because it makes it seem like the cards are mandatory, and it's just like, I don't want to treat the cards like mandatory. I just want to swing my sword around, and like, I maybe will use the cards every now and then. They could probably do something cool, like with the extracts or like slowing down time. You could probably do some cool combos with them, but it's just like, at the moment, the cards do seem like a play to win button, because like those cards should stay in the battle dungeons, you know, where like you actually need them. You don't really. I assume the game is not going to be that hard, because most Yakuza games aren't that hard. Like, that should have been stuck to, like, just the battle dungeon and all. So anyways, let's check out what's going on here. Kiryu's, like, Gerard Wade haircut. It looks goofy as fuck. I mean, I think I mentioned before in, like, some of the previous God of War things where I think Kiryu should just die permanently. Like, if he doesn't die by the end of Yakuza 8, I think they have a missed opportunity, because like, Ichiban can carry the games. We don't need Kiryu anymore. Like, I love Kiryu, but like, what more story is there to be told? And okay, there's a bit of a puzzle here. Like, I'm still very excited for Yakuza 8. Like, I mean, I heard that they're going to improve the... Oh, wow, I didn't even need to save back then. I actually have a save point right here, so I can just create my save point here for the boss fight. Like, that's the thing. Didn't they already pass the torch in 7? So, like, what are we doing here in 8? We're just passing the torch again? Like, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, killing Kiryu might be a bit mean. It's just that, like, you don't really need him in the mainline games anymore. It's just kind of like Yakuza 6 had an ending, and that ending was apparently supposed to be permanent, and like, people thought it was permanent for like, what, Yakuza 6 came out like 2016. Like, it practically was permanent for like 6 years and 7 years, but now, like, I'm trying to make like a meta point of sorts, because like, I don't think the Yakuza 6 ending was that good. Honestly, it kind of felt like Kiryu's ending kind of ended on a bit of a limp note, you know. Like, I kind of wanted something more in line with Metal Gear Solid 4 without it getting too convoluted. Like, you know, Yakuza stories tend to be pretty straightforward, so they wouldn't be nearly as convoluted as the nonsense in like Metal Gear Solid 4, but I kind of wish more old characters would return and there'd be more of like a send-off for them as well, because they are part of Kiryu's journey, you know. Like, the only one which really got a treatment like that was like Date and Akiyama, but like, everyone else just kind of got thrown to the side a bit. So I would like a new conclusion for Kiryu, because I don't think 6 was conclusive enough, especially not with Haruka. I feel Haruka was done like a big disservice, but I don't think the developers thought that. I thought the developers were going to stick to their guns, you know, and like, you know, stick to that ending in 6, but 6 years later, now they're me. They have the same opinion as me. I don't buy it. Like, I don't buy it. Like, I mean, I have that opinion, but I don't believe the developers had that opinion when they were making 6. They were like, this is the ending. And, you know, like, if they were going to respect that, I could respect them. But now they're playing like maybe they could have a better ending. And it's just like, yeah, I think that. You shouldn't be thinking that. Because what were you doing with 6 if you were thinking that? Come on. Be better. I gotta agree with you, that theme also makes me hard. Yeah, there is things to complain about with 6. There is cool things in that game. There is lame things in that game, and that's about that. I do wish the first Dragon Engine game was more of a spin-off, so you could like kind of test the waters before doing the epic finale to Kiryu's entire like story and whatnot, which to be fair isn't even an epic finale anymore. So like, what are we really doing here? And you know, there is still value to the game, even if it isn't the big epic finale, because to be fair, the story isn't even structured like an epic finale. It's just structured like another Yakuza series game where he meets a wacky cast of characters and they reference a Sentai series and all that. Sentai. That's like the Power Ranger stuff, you know, they're like color coded. Kiryu's the red one because he's the main character, and like that's cute. I just don't think it carries like an entire finale to like a character's saga and whatnot. I'm talking a lot about Yakuza in a God of War video, and oh, I remember this. This is the part where you have to like beat up a bunch of enemies and like put them in a certain circle. And I remember this being kind of challenging because, you know, you have to kill that enemy in that circle to like fill up the blood. Oh, it is actually the challenge of Hades. You know, we have the challenge of Poseidon and now we have the challenge of Hades. Are we going to have a challenge of Zeus anytime soon? I don't know. I hope not. What's going on here? Ooh, we accept it here. Sure, I accept it. Oh, it's a completely new enemy. I forget if these guys are like super hard or not, but like what? These guys look cool. They have blue swords. Like, I mean, blue fire looks awesome. So like, I mean, it's dope that these guys have like blue fire. Ugh, I don't want to go there. Yeah, we have to like kill them in these circles, and oh, we have to kill 4 of them. Okay, let's do some magic for this guy. Oh, and wow, there we go. That kills them. And to be fair, I can't really do this all the time, so I'm just gonna. Oh, if they. Oh, here we go. Yes. Let's do it. And I killed them outside the circle. Come on. Okay, so these guys having projectile attacks is a bit annoying. I will say that. Okay, so if things get tough, I can use like my Rage of the Gods. Here we go. What? That doesn't kill him? Aw. Hey, come on, get back in the circle. Oh, get back in the circle. Get back in the circle. Okay, Rage of the Gods. Even though the Rage of the Gods didn't help me because they weren't in the circle. Alright, so now I'm starting to see why this section's annoying. There we go. I think one of them got killed in the circle, and alright, half of them have been killed. However, now I have to fight the rest of these guys using my regular setup, unless this chest gives me something cool. They'll give me health. That'll help, because I do need health. And oh, these guys have unblockable attacks. Okay. The new God of War, it has things which I'm like apprehensive about. You know, like the camera change, just being so close to the character. I don't know, I feel like that's a little weird for like an action game. Usually with an action game, you want the action to be visible. And when the camera's so close like that, it just isn't. And what's going on here? A little secret? Oh wow, it is a little secret. We get to upgrade a thing. I mean, not upgrade a thing, but get closer to upgrading a thing. But now that I'm like actually replaying these old God of Wars, like I don't like them that much. I will say I am actually enjoying myself quite a bit with 1. It hasn't been as frustrating as I kind of remember it. But I still don't fully love these games. They're really good games. I just like the Devil May Cry stuff more. I mean, just like that sort of combat system, like, just speaks to me so much more than God of War. Like, I mean, these combat systems, like, I can kind of take it or leave it, to be honest. Like, with the way the blades work, with the way boss fights work. Like, I mean, the boss fights aren't the best. So, like, I mean, at first I'm kind of apprehensive of, like, the new camera and stuff in the new God of War. But the way I'm looking at the combat system, I may actually enjoy that combat system more than like the ones here, maybe, for boss fights. Like 1v1 fights, just like the way like your attacks connect with the enemy, it just seems like it speaks more to like how Devil May Cry stuff works. But to be fair, I am just kind of pulling stuff out of my ass just from like what I see of the footage. Maybe when I actually play the games it's like a bit different, I don't know. I guess the only thing is group combat probably isn't as fun as like these older games, just because I don't know where I'm going at it with this. I just actually need to get my hands on it and play it to like fully form an opinion. Like one thing which I don't like is that it seems like there's unskippable cutscenes in that new God of War. Though to be fair, God of War 3 also has unskippable cutscenes, so they have the same issue. I thought that the older games you could actually skip the cutscenes, but that's not the case. I mean, with this one you can, but with 3, nope, they force you to watch all of it. So God of War 3 and the new one, the fourth one, suffer from the same issue. So I think nostalgia kind of blinded me there, because I thought they didn't. And oh yeah, the replacing the voice actor kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because it's just kind of like that fourth God of War game, from what I know about it, it calls back to the previous games, and like those callbacks are supposed to be like a really epic moment, but it's just kind of like this new voice isn't Kratos. But I'm just gonna have to like say it, the new voice actor is jacked as fuck, so like I'm not gonna give him any bad press, all right? Like he's really good at voicing Kratos, and he's jacked as fuck, okay? Like you know, when it comes to people who can voice Kratos, like those prerequisites, like he meets the prerequisites, the new guy. So I'm not gonna like argue too hard about it, but it is kind of sad that the old guy didn't come back, because it's like, you know, I want to see him like tackle a more mature role, because I mean, for most of these previous games, he's just like he's always doing like a screaming voice. He's kind of like David Hayter in that sense, where their voices are kind of like one note, because they always have to do the grumbling. I mean, that's probably like one of the reasons why they replaced him, because they wanted someone more naturalistic, who can just kind of go to those deeper vowels, like, you know, more consistently, and like just not as exaggeratedly. Again, I mean, the old guy sounds more violent, because, like, honestly, there's, like, this really fun behind-the-scenes video for, like, the making of God of War 1, where the director was just talking about how his, like, you know, like, instructions for voice acting were pretty much just, like the voice director or whatever was just talking to, like, you know, the voice actor of Kratos in, like, you know, the original games. You know, they were just telling him angry, pissed, mad, fuck you. That was like his instructions for the voice. And to be fair, that's kind of like how they approached the entire character of Kratos. You know, he's mad, he's pissed, he's angry, fuck you. That is how he's designed. That's like the entire conception around him, and like he's just conceived so well, because I mean, everything about him just screams, you know, mad, angry, fuck you. Like, you know, it is kind of immature, but like that's the goal. That's like the vision they were aiming for, and they succeeded heavily. So I guess when they're trying to tell like a more sad dad sort of story in this new one, I mean, like the old guy maybe could have done it. I don't know. It's just like whenever he's sad in like these old games, it is like, it does feel kind of awkward-ish, but he's not like terrible at it. And, you know, if he was given like proper instruction, you could probably pull it off. It's just, you know, it is a little sad that they kind of kicked him to the curb, though. I do wonder how natural he could keep the voice, because like the voices he did like in these old games does get a little strained at that point, because he's always doing the gods. Your son has returned. But yeah, I am just kind of upset that you can't skip cutscenes in the new one, at least from what I know. Like, can you? Can you not? Because it does seem like some fights might just drag on. Like, some of those boss fights from the footage I saw were a lot more cutscene than they were fight. That's all I'm going to say. Alright, if we can get 4 of these guys in the circle and then I do the lightning thing, that would be just beautiful. And, oh, there's the unblockable attack. Oh my goodness. Okay, this section seems very annoying. Come on, get in here. Okay, all those guys were not in there. I just want to say that. Yeah, look at that. The game even agrees with me. But there's 2 more guys, and if we can get 2 guys in here, come on. Okay, good. Alright, rage of the gods, rage of the gods. Come on. We got this, we got this. We did it. Oh, but now I have nothing to work with for the next section. Aw. I could kill these guys just randomly, but it won't do anything for the section, so... Okay, I hope that arrow doesn't hit me. And last time when I got health, I didn't realize they had unblockable attacks, so I got screwed over. Okay. I did not plan this out the best. Come on, get back in the circle. Yeah, this is kind of an infuriating section. I didn't steal your hamster, okay? Like, in the area I'm at, I looked up adoption sites and all that, and from those adoption sites, nobody is, like, giving up hamsters for adoption. The only thing that's being given up for adoptions are, like, guinea pigs. There's a ton of guinea pigs up for adoption. I don't know why people keep abandoning their guinea pigs or just leaving them at adoption centers, but something's going on with the guinea pigs that people just don't want them. But hamsters, I have not seen any hamsters. I've seen guinea pigs, I've seen chinchillas, and I've seen rats. And like those are all cool, but I have not seen any hamsters, so I did not steal a hamster. There is no hamster in my residence whatsoever, though I do want a hamster. Let's make that clear. I do want a hamster as a pet. I don't know much about taking care of a hamster, so I gotta like look up the bedding, the food, and da-da-da-da. So I have not stolen your hamster yet. But I might in like next year. You know, it could be like a New Year resolution to steal your hamster. As for a Discord server, like maybe I'll start up a Discord server when I start up like the Patreon and all that. Like, I don't want to make people pay to go to the Discord server. Like maybe I could like set up a tier to like have a special emote or whatnot. Thing is, I don't know much about how to run a Discord server, so maybe I'll just look up some of that. But I'll make the Discord server like free access for everyone, because I mean there's like some YouTubers who like, you know, you have to pay the Patreon to get into the Discord, and I don't know if I really vibe with that, so you know, we'll see. All right, here we go. Three guys. Oh, come on, three guys. Come on, get in. Come on. Oh. This sort of objective is just obnoxious. And every time I like, you know, die and respawn, I have to go up here, open this chest, and it's just like break this wall. So it's kind of wasting my time here. Like, it's checkpoint. Like, I don't know, like this style doesn't really remind me of DMC3, because DMC3 you can control the camera and all that, and also the combat is like way more elaborate in DMC3, and no surprise, I like it more. DMC3 is probably like one of my favorites. Oh, okay. It's only two. I only got two of them. What a shame. What a shame. Does that get him into the circle? Does that count as being in the circle? Okay, there's 3 enemies dead, so maybe that counted. Come on, stop shooting me. Stop shooting me. Oh wait, actually if I use my lightning powers right now, I can fulfill the circle, and then for the next one, I can just use God mode. Okay. Gaiden? Like Ninja Gaiden? No current plans, but as for Yakuza Gaiden, I mean, I plan on doing all the Yakuza games. You know, it is kind of a record I have, so I do kind of want to keep it. So, you know, whenever new Yakuza comes out, I'll be there. And I will be doing the boss fights. Like, honestly, I'm just kind of curious how they're going to do the combat system for Gaiden. Because, I mean, I really hope they don't do, like, Yakuza 6 or Kiwami 2. Because, like, ooh, just Lost Judgment is just so good. Like, I mean, if they can get Lost Judgment tier combat with Kiryu, That would be amazing and would justify, like, you know, Like a Dragon Gaiden completely in my eyes. And that better count. Okay, yeah, this is tough. Come on, come on. Let's drag him in there. And that was the complete wrong way, you imbecile. Ugh. Now, is there a better way to fight these Minotaurs? Does this attack work? It didn't. They can just block and parry and just... Ooh, it becomes a whole shit show. You know, let me do them juggles at Kiryu. I mean, to be fair, I mean, Kaito was just copying the Yakuza 0 styles, except in the Lost Judgment like system, and that was like a huge improvement. So like, yeah, even if they take back, even if they just bring back the original styles, but like, you know, give it that Lost Judgment like shine, you know, like it's still gonna be a big improvement. Okay, come on. Oh, here we go. Perfect. No, 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 no. That, it didn't count. Like, see, he was in the circle, but because for some reason, like, I failed to, you know, do that thing. Like, you know, when I did the thing, they, like, immediately got out of the circle, and then it just screwed me over. It's like, I hate that. Come on. See, like, I knocked them out of the circle and it doesn't count? Come on. Ugh, I'm trying to, like, position myself so I kill them in the circle and then they just start getting out of the circle. Ugh. Get in the circle. Get in the circle. Get in the circle. Get in the circle. Okay, that counted. But this still sucks. I'm going to do a lightning thing at this circle and hopefully that helps or something. I don't know. Get 3 enemies in here and... Ah! When am I coming back? I'm not. Not anytime soon. Kaito's DLC, I wouldn't say was cheap. I actually say it's too expensive. It should be cheaper than $30 for what it is. Though what it is surprisingly, I think, probably one of the best stories in the series. And honestly, it was just kind of a breath of fresh air. I mean, Lost Judgment story is cool, but honestly, just the Kaito DLC, I mean, just watch my commentary video there. I kind of go more into that. It kind of felt more like a classic Yakuza story, and it kind of had a new energy to it. I really liked the story and like characters in the Kaito DLC. Even though production costs were taken, there were corners cut, and I don't think it should cost $30, but it's a great story, really. I really liked it. I just came to like really care about like those new characters quite a bit. And like the love interest in that game, in like that DLC, is like one of the best ones in the series. It kind of feels like that character took the best aspects of the best like female protagonists or like co-tagonists, if that's even a word, from like previous games, and just put it all into one, you know, epic like, you know, chick. She's dope. I forgot her name though. Wait, but the final boss was so cool. Like, I mean, the only thing which I didn't like about the final boss was that when I found out that their combat style was just a copy of Shibusawa's Rush phase, that, you know, rubbed me wrong. But, like, the rest of that stuff was dope. You know, great song. It kind of came out of nowhere, that fight, but I kind of love how it came out of nowhere. It's kind of like a fun clown showed up as the final boss, and I just like that. Because, you know, before that fight, there was actually more of a traditional final boss. And, like, you know, more the one you'd expect from a Judgment game. And then they got to have some fun with it. For, like, you know, the guy that showed up at as the actual final boss. And I like that. I like that quite a bit. What am I doing? I'm pressing the magic button, but for some reason the game isn't allowing me to do the magic. See, don't die out of the circle. What's wrong with you? And see, if I do the magic now, like, the circle will be good, but then I have a new circle and I just... Yeah, dude, but he was built, though. Like, you know, he, like, worked out. He got super dope. Like I respect his commitment to like getting the grind, getting the gains. You know, not everyone does that, but he did it though. See, this attempt is going around decently, but I still have to kill 2 more enemies, and I died. Like, I definitely didn't see it coming. I just kind of like it because it was so unexpected. And I definitely prefer him over, like, the final boss of, like, 6, maybe. And he was just a fun fight. I mean, even though he was just copying a combat style, that does kind of dampen the hype for me. But, like, he was fun. He was fun to fight. Yeah, no, this section is just awful. Honestly, I looked at these enemies, I looked at the design, I looked at the blue flame, I'm like, maybe this won't be so bad, but it is that bad. This is just, I'm not having fun here. I guess we've kind of reached a wall, another wall once again. So God of War is kind of reaching the point where it's like, yeah, no, actually we are an annoying game. Here it is, here's your reminder. Well, back to it. Come on, get back, get in the circle. All 3 of you, get in the circle. See, if I can kill one of these guys and then get 3 of them in the circle, that'd be dope. Okay, maybe this will work. It didn't. Sadly, it did. Oh, it did work. I mean, I still have to kill one of these dudes, and like that sucks. Okay, maybe we got something here. Okay, no, but the enemies are like moving out of the circle. Stop! And they're attacking me and moving me out of the circle. Just stop doing that. See that attack? That's awful. Why do you do that? Okay, now you get in the circle since you're stunned and. Oh my. Okay, that'll. I don't think the Lost Judgment story is bad, though I do prefer the first game's story. Like, that one just hit me a lot more. That one's, like, just straight up a classic, you know, like, one of my favorites in the series. And Lost Judgment just kind of felt like a slight step back. It still has a bunch of interesting stuff going on, but some of it just, it doesn't quite hit the same like the first game. The first game just kind of felt more intentional about everything, you know, everything comes back to the main character and all that. You know, there's so many threads, and I just really like that first game. But the second game just kind of felt like, you know, here's another one. And, like, they thought about some cool concepts and, like, you know, themes to, like, tackle and all that. But it didn't really feel like we were continuing from the first game. You know, like, you know how Yakuza 2 kind of continues from the first one in a sense? Lost Judgment didn't really feel like that. I don't know, because it also kind of abandoned a lot of the threads from that first game. And to be fair, most modern Yakuzas do that. You know, like, to jump from 4 to 5. You know, they're just, like, ignoring a lot of stuff that happened in 4. Like, I don't know, I actually quite liked a good chunk of the Lost Judgment characters. Like, though I will say, no, one thing which I have to, like, say about Lost Judgment is I think the first chapter is just straight up bad. It just felt, like, stupid. Like, I mean, I know bullying's a thing, but, like, it's just, like, they have that whole section where they're just info dumping about bullying, and it's just, like, this is so silly. And then, like, for some reason, they cut back to, like, this caveman painting of, like, the cave people for no reason, and it never shows up again. It was silly. It was immensely silly. And, like, the way that entire thing was resolved, it was dumb. So, like, I gotta agree with you. Like, that first chapter did not set a good impression. I was kind of like, oh, this is gonna suck. But as the game went along, I actually started to get more into the groove of, like, how they were doing the story and all that. At first, I was like, this is gonna suck bad. But as I went along, I actually really liked it. Though I will say, it was a little disappointing because I actually do think I like Yakuza 7's story better. Maybe, I don't know. I have my issues with Yakuza 7's story, but like that game's story I think was just more emotionally resonant. And also I just liked the way they explored the city of Yokohama. Is it the Yokohama city? I mean, it has a different name, but like the Yokohama city, since like they introduced it in 7, you know, they give so much flavor to it in that game. And then like in Lost Judgment, you're just kind of there. And to be fair, I do like having an extra hub, and that hub is designed better for skateboarding around, you know, because skateboarding around in Kamurocho is kind of like hell, but skateboarding around Yokohama is like super fun. So I do like exploring that area. It's just like in 7, you know, that was the place. You know, it had so much story going on and stuff. But here, it just is just kind of another place to kind of explore and do stuff in. Though as a game, I do think I like Lost Judgment better than 7, just because, well, I mean, the turn-based stuff, I don't mind the change. It kind of fits Yakuza. It kind of fits Ichiban and the gang. It's just that, like, it doesn't have as much polish as, like, the combat system. It's just, Lost Judgment's combat system is just so good. Oh, see, I'm not really supposed to do this lightning thing, but I'm just going to do it because I'm tired, and I'm being impulsive here. See, there's a way to do this. I don't know how though. And ooh, what was that? What was that? That was kind of sick. And okay, never mind. Whenever something works, the game just immediately makes a point to show me how it doesn't work. Come on, come on, get him! You get in the fucking circle. Get in the circle. Oh, what? Oh, come on, that was the death animation? Get out of here. That's not the death animation. There we go. This is gonna kill him. This is gonna kill him. Do not exit the circle. Do not exit the circle. Do not exit the circle. Come on, that counts. That counts. It did count. It did count. Okay, good. Okay, so if I start juggling the enemies, that works. Alright, we're getting close here. We're getting close here. This seems like a decent attempt. Here we go. We have the flame, and this enemy's going to try to attack me. And okay, I threw him the wrong way. I don't want to throw him that way. And okay, things are not looking too hot. And they just did an attack I couldn't block. Also, I don't know who keeps writing the Judgment stories, but like they have a thing for Sayori like going undercover and wearing very pretty dresses, and I don't find the joke very funny. I mean, at least like in Lost Judgment, it does seem like she's more confident dealing with it, and it's not like, oh wow, the nerdy girl's embarrassed to wear the funny dress. But then like they mix in a thing where like Hoshino's just kind of like a weird dude. Like, when he really wasn't like that in the first Judgment, he was just kind of like a shy high schooler who has a black belt in karate, which doesn't really ever come up, but it's funny that he does have a black belt in, was it karate, was it judo? He had a black belt in something. The big scorpion and the witches? I mean, the big scorpion boss fight, is very frustrating. I'll agree with you there. But what was the puzzle with the witches? I forgot about that. I mean, unless you're talking about like the final part in like the labyrinth, which are those witches? I thought those were sirens. But yeah, that part also like is very frustrating in 3. But yeah, this is the frustrating part about God of War 1. So yeah, no God of War game is ever gonna leave you without forcing you to do one section that's like complete hell on earth to complete. So no matter what game you're playing, there's going to be that one section. I mean, I don't know how hard the new game is, but I assume it probably has one section like that. Maybe, if you're playing on the hardest difficulty. Just, come on. All 3 of you, get in here. It's a bathtub. It's a bathtub. Get in. Come on. They're like circling around the circle, but they're not getting in the circle, and that's just insanely frustrating. Come on, get in the circle. Get in the circle. See, like 2 of them get in, and then the 1 guy gets out. Like, what's wrong with you? This better work. It did. Okay, that's cool. I want to save my last lightning thing. If I can just kill 1 enemy and get him inside this circle, that would just be so good. So like the enemy tell is like when they block your attack, they're probably going to counterattack with something. Just, come on, jump. See, that's like the wrong way to take them. Okay, here we go. Alright, so now I can do the lightning thing for the next one, and that'll, like, you know, if I can get 3 of them in that circle, that will definitely help, but if I can't, then, you know, I guess we're, like, back to square one. Come on, 3 enemies in here, 3 enemies. Hopefully this works, hopefully this works, hopefully this works, hopefully this works, hopefully this works. Okay, it worked, now we just need to kill 1 enemy, please. And, okay, see, that guy's an asshole. I hate that guy. Like, I mean, honestly, I think so far 3 is still my favorite just because it has the best combat system, and it technically does have the best boss fights out of, like, it has the most consistent boss fights, even though I only really like a few of them. But it does have the best boss fights out of the trilogy, though. To be fair, I haven't played 2 in a while, so maybe I like the boss fights in 2 more, but, like, I doubt it. Like, 3 definitely has the best boss fights, even though it still, I don't think, comes close to, like a more refined hack and slash game, which like forces you to actually engage with the enemy more, because like a lot of 3's boss fights are still just glorified set pieces. But one thing I gotta say about 3, which I do prefer in these older games, is just that 3 is not very colorful. You know, it's a depressing game, it's the apocalypse, you know, everything's gray, everything's brown, everything's dying, while in these games there's like so much color to them, and like, you know, with the whole apocalypse thing, all that color is gone. You know, look how vibrant this red is. Nothing like this exists in 3 aside from like a Aphrodite's like chamber, which is like very pink and purple. Wait, there is one red thing in 3. Hepatus. Like that guy's room is very fiery and orange. So there's some color there. And there is a lot of blue. I remember a lot of blue in like the you know, the boxes and all that. Like, I mean, 3 is still a really good looking game. It's just that it's also very gray a lot of the time. And like just very drab. While these first 2 games are not. Like these first 2 games do have a lot of color going on with them. And it's very bright, it's very cartoony, and it just looks sick. Okay, let's try this again. What if I activate the god thing here and then just go combo crazy on this guy and like kill him in the circle? Come on, come on. Did that work? Okay, I actually killed... What? I killed like... Okay, that... Alright, this better make the guy's soul go into here. Because if I can save my 2 lightning things for the, you know, the second circle, that pretty much means this makes it a done section. Just let me kill 1 person here. Just 1. And then we're pretty much good here without using the lightning. And, oh no, oh, this is looking ugly. Please. If I can just get one of you in here. One of you. One of you! Come on! Okay, so at least I have a new strategy where... I don't want you there, I want you over here. Come on. Come on, come on. Just one of you, one of you. Ah. Okay, so at least I have a somewhat new strategy where I just start with the Rage of the Gods, just to kill as many enemies in that first circle, and then just kind of hope for the best from there, and then try to do the first circle without using magic, and then I'll save my magic for the second circle, and then that should complete this section. Strategy. I do kind of like sometimes when like a certain part in God of War is so hard that you actually have to kind of think a little outside the box. I mean, not even that much outside the box, you just need to like plan things out better. I think just talking about it makes my rage, you know, like less. I mean, to be fair, I am just kind of talking to myself, but I'm not really talking to myself. I'm talking to y'all, but I can't really hear your responses unless it's in the comments. But just talking about it definitely helps the rage go away. I'm sure a therapist can elaborate on why that happens. But yeah, and also, I mean, I guess I kind of been through a lot of frustration with God of War 3, so I kind of come to expect it, you know, like, I mean, I heard that, I mean, I remember this game was worse and is harder than third game, and it is, so, you know, I'm familiar. I'm kind of familiar, so I've kind of come to expect it, and when you come to expect it, I guess you don't get that mad about it. But, to be fair, this section is still garbage. This is awful. I was only able to kill one of them in the pit, and like, okay, I just killed him, and it's not gonna. Oh wait, maybe if he jumps in there, it didn't do anything. It's over. It's over. Just kill me. Like, I think maybe my rage tolerance has actually gone down just as I've done so many no damages. And, like, I've done things which are just practically inhuman. Like, I mean, I think some of those, like, Yakuza Legend runs classify as torture. With how many times I have to repeat, like, a 20-minute long battle just to get to the one fight I needed no damage. And then I fail that fight and I have to do the 20-minute long battle over and over and over. Like, I mean, compared to those 20-minute long battles in Yakuza on Legend, this is nothing. At least I get to start this encounter pretty quickly. Just jump back into things. I will say I have been talking for a while. My throat isn't going through the best treatment. Just like, I want to go like crazy with these enemies, but like if I go too crazy, they step out of the circle. So I have to like position myself in a way where like the enemies die in the circle. And okay, here we go. Maybe I'm getting lucky here. All right. Okay, three enemies. Yeah, that's right. You stay in the circle. Asshole. There we go. You're in the circle, you dive in the circle. Now let's juggle you. And he just knocked me into the water. What an asshole. And he didn't let me deal my last hit. What an asshole. Oh, come on! This game is just filled with a bunch of assholes. Yeah, no, the enemy blocking in Yakuza 6 and Kiwami 2 is very irritating. I'm just very glad they like downplayed that in like future Dragon Engine combat games. Judgment still kinda has it, but it also has like new techniques to get past it. Like the Tiger style like barely has to deal with it. So like that's fun. And Lost Judgment just practically got rid of it all like completely for the most part. You see, I actually wanted to make this a 2-hour stream. It's just that this section right here is taking up most of the time. Like, I'm gonna go over 2 hours here. Like, come on. Come on. Enter the thing. See, like, I just knocked that guy across the room. I don't want to do that. I want to kill him in this circle. Alright, I've killed one of them. That was an extremely weird animation. He just got up immediately. See, if I can just get this circle without using any magic, it guarantees the section. So it's pretty much, this is the hard part. Once I get past this, the hard part's over. But this part is hard. There's no denying that. This part is hard. Like, the strategy is use Rage of the Gods to kind of kill the enemies in that circle. Though maybe I should wait until my health is low and then use Rage of the Gods. Or until I don't even know. It's gonna suck either way. Alright, here we go. There we go, that's one. What is that screaming? Does that come from the centaurs or from Kratos? And no! He's gonna get killed outside the circle, come on. There we go, I'm at least shoving this guy into the circle, that's very nice. Stop doing that. Stop. What was that? They just gangbanged me out of nowhere. Like, maybe not no out of nowhere, but that was like a completely unfair setup. Come on. Get real. Like, I don't know, if you're not familiar, I am playing on the hardest difficulty, the God mode of God of War. Maybe I've just been approaching this wrong way. I killed that guy way quicker when I was just spamming the triangle. I was like spamming like light attacks when I really should have been spamming triangle just to slaughter these guys. Come on. No, I killed him in the wrong direction, and now he's not going to be added to the circle. Okay, so when I'm in like super God mode, I should not be doing light attacks. I should be doing heavy attacks, because it's like its own combo. And it just kills him a lot quicker. Just stop doing that. Stop. See, like, when they block you, they're going to attack you, and I hate that. I don't know what it is. My mic is acting up. Like, stop doing that. Stop doing all of that. We're gonna be here a while. I thought we were gonna be there a while for the dogs, but that wasn't really the case. It's for this. We're gonna be here a while. I actually kind of wanted to beat God of War on this stream, but that's just a distant dream. So I'll probably just beat this game in the next stream. Now, mind you, before this stream ends, I will beat this section. And maybe I'll beat the boss fight that comes after, because I'm pretty sure the boss fight that comes after this is nowhere near as hard. Like, I remember it being kind of easy. No, not hard mode, God mode, which I don't know if God mode is called hard mode. I thought the God mode in this game was the very hard mode, unless it isn't. But yeah, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty available, the God mode. So yeah, I'm just doing that. Oh yeah, yeah, what was I doing? I was not playing this, like, optimized at all. Like, the heavy attack kills them instantly. That makes things way easier. Okay, well, now I have to actually kill one normally, and only two of them got killed and added to the circle. What a shame. Come on, get added to the circle. Get added to the circle now. Alright, he got added to the circle. That's very nice. And what is that? Now I have to no damage this, which isn't going to happen. The God of Tall Women. Sadly, that god is far away in this entry. However, that god makes an appearance in the second entry, but in a way you wouldn't wish on anyone. Truly, the second game, it brings that god, But you know, the monkey paw was the one in charge of that decision. The monkey himself was in charge of bringing that god back for the second game. I remembered something just truly awful. So like, okay, so spoilers for God of War 2. There's like this one boss fight that's like a disgusting blue blob of boobs. It's like one of like the sisters of fate or whatever, and she is a disgusting creature. However, like, I mean, there's like this one video which is just like showing footage of the boss fight, and in the comments, one of the comments is like, "Oh, she looks so friendly. Just look at all the arms she has. She could hug so many people with them." Like, that's what the fuck. Why would you leave that comment there? And okay, so I'm looking at the stream here, and there's a message redacted. I don't know if like you can redact your own messages or if YouTube itself redacted that message, because I don't know, with the way YouTube is, I just assume that certain messages just get immediately redacted or something. I don't know. But yeah, just what an awful comment. Like, I'm sure it comes from a place of innocence, but just why? Okay, I guess I'm in a better mood. Just remembering that dumbass comment. Okay, get in the circle. Just get in the circle. Okay, what I like about this heavy attack is that the enemies don't go far when you do it. Come on, die in the circle, die in the circle. Yes, thank you. Okay, things are going decent right now, and okay, this heavy attack isn't the worst thing ever. Let me land it, okay. And yes! Yes, okay, if I don't die right now, that would be the greatest thing. That would be the greatest thing. It would be wonderful. It would be splendid. Now, let's get 3 enemies in here without them, like, destroying me. Okay, we have 2 enemies, and that's still okay, because I can do the lightning thing again. Come on. 2, 3 more enemies. Get in the circle. Get in the circle. Get in the circle with me. Yes, and there we go. We're done with this section. Thank you. Ugh! Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Dude, you have very high hopes if you think they're gonna bring back the QTE like sex. They're not gonna do it. There's no way they're gonna do it. Those, like, these new reboot games are too serious for that. I mean, to be fair, I say too serious. However, I did see a very funny thing in the new one, which I think is a spoiler, so I'm not gonna say it. But I really like the new funny thing. But like that's like the only thing where they can like not be serious. You know, like humor that like is family friendly and stuff, or like Norse mythology sort of humor. They're not gonna bring back the QTE sex. Like, I don't even want them to bring it back, but like they're just not going to. And if they do, then like I will be a very surprised player. I'll just say that much. Yeah, no, like what I just did there made it look easy, and I just spent like what, 30-40 minutes on this. I mean, 40 minutes might be a bit too much. Even 30 minutes might be a bit too much on what I spent here. It's just that sometimes time can pass by in the worst way possible. But anyways, let's move on. It's done. It's over. And now we just have a boss fight to fight, which I'm sure isn't all that hard. Dude, what sort of pussy game is this, dude? In Minecraft, they would just let you go in here even though it's too dark, and they'd just let you get fucking killed. But this game's like, no, it's too dark, we can't let you go in there. What if you die? Well, Minecraft doesn't care about that. Minecraft just lets you like kill yourself, or you know, you could just turn up the gamma all the way to the brightest and then like not have to deal with the darkness ever. But to be fair, I mean, there are other reasons to light torches in Minecraft besides it's too dark. There is the very important thing that, you know, if you light an area with a torch, you make sure that the enemies don't spawn there, because you know dark enemies spawn in the darkness, so if you light up those areas the enemies stop spawning there. Okay, so I have to go down here. Okay, cool. What is down here? Because there's definitely something. Though I will say right now it looks like there is nothing. Is this just here for the aesthetic? What am I supposed to do? There's a ladder. I mean, cool ladder, I guess. Am I supposed to like flip a switch to make this thing go higher? Because that's probably what it is. Oh, a door opened on the left. Oh, right. You know, I got so focused on, you know, I'm finally done beating that thing that I actually forgot the reason why I was beating that thing. The door. Just completely forgot about this door. I mean, I've already mentioned, I think my favorite God of War boss is probably Hades. Just because, like, he's, like, the most typical hack and slash, you know, requires, like, constant skill and, like, barely any interruption sort of boss. At least for God of War, and in this stage. And alright, glitching lets me get up here. Amazing. I mean, like, the Zeus fights are super dope. I don't know, I feel like fighting Zeus, like, you hit him twice and then he just starts spazzing out on you. And I don't find that fun, but, like, the Zeus fights are still pretty dope. Like, I mean, even with that, I think they're pretty dope. And, like, that might just be me having a skill issue, frankly. So, like, whatever. Like, to be fair, I don't think it's that it's Kratos is afraid of the dark. It's more that, like, some area is, like, so dark that you literally cannot traverse it no matter what you do, like in a Greek tragedy sort of sense. Like, I don't think Kratos is afraid. He just can't go. I mean, that's, like, the game. This game, like, mechanically does so much to make you feel like Kratos, so I guess that one part is, like, the one outlier. Because, like, why would Kratos care? I mean, I guess because he literally couldn't progress, but, you know, why would he care about not being able to progress? He'd just progress. Like, why does Minecraft Steve have more confidence in the dark than Kratos? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't add up. And that floor. Okay. Now, honestly, for this stream, I think my goal is to beat the boss fight of this area, and then I'll probably end the stream there. I just hope it comes soon. And oh, that's scary. That's scary. Like, your blades are literally Minecraft torches. Like, well, what's your issue, Kratos? Honestly, I feel like in these sections there'd be like a wall to climb, but here it's like I could probably maybe glitch my way over there, but I don't know how the glitch works. Like, what do you want me to do? Okay, so doing combos doesn't launch you up over it. That's one thing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can't even get enough distance to like actually get onto that thing. I was kind of reading the pattern, and like once it hits like the third time, it kind of stops for a bit. And I thought that's like the timing I have to do, but like I don't even have enough momentum to reach that thing, so I'm assuming I'm doing something wrong here. So yeah, like 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I did it. Okay, nice. It's just a bit of a tough jump. Honestly, like the protagonist not killing just kind of seems like a Japanese anime stereotype. Like, I mean, you know, it could be annoying at points, but I don't mind it too much. And to be fair, like most superheroes don't kill. You know, Batman doesn't kill, Spider-Man doesn't kill. So honestly, it's just like, you know, these Yakuza characters are just superheroes. You know, like they have like heat auras, you know, the flame comes out of their backs and all, so it's just kind of like the superhero thing, you know, we don't kill, we don't kill, we don't kill. Daredevil, I can't kill, if I kill, I become them, blah, 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 blah. And there's like, you know, there's a rare few who actually do kill, you know, like the Punisher, he fucking kills. Deadpool kills, you know, like, but then there's like the heroic ones who do not kill, and just every single Yakuza character just falls under that. 2, 3. close one. So these things, they deal like half. They pretty much like take away half of your health. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Music theory helps. 2, 1, 2. Ooh. Okay, that's a useful move. Good. 1, 2. Alright, what? Ah! These Medusas, I'm kind of sad I used up all my rage. To be fair, at least I have magic still, so that's good. Ah! Let's hope that hits. Okay, so apparently the stone thing becomes a lot more punishing in God of War 2. Because here, it kind of feels like you can kind of last forever. And that thing just... Alright, let's get you. See, like, that move isn't an insta-kill. Oh, I guess it is an insta-kill, okay. It's a carving of the architect that built this maze. You kind of look like the JoJo stand from Part 5. I don't know what Greek myth this guy is supposed to be, but you look like Gold Experience. If you were not gold, and you were red. You look like Gold Experience if you were in Kiwami 2. What's going on over here? Oh God! No. Get out of here. Okay, I don't know what's in that room, but that enemy is awful. I don't want to deal with him. In fact, I think I'm actually just going to go up here, even if it... And yeah, no, I'm going up here. I don't care what's in those other rooms. I don't care about those secret chests. I don't need it. I don't need that sort of hassle. I'm just gonna go forward. What are you doing? Die. You got out of the way exactly when the thing was about to hit you. Come on, that sucks. Okay, I remember this part, and I don't remember how I beat it. I mean, I'm assuming it's a platforming thing where you have to like... And I messed it up. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, being part of a mafia thing is bad, you know? Like, you're not doing a good thing, but I guess, like, the developer of Yakuza doesn't really believe in that. That's not really, like, the spirit he wants to bring to it, you know? He believes in the nature of good and spirit, and, like, I mean, that stuff is kind of cool, and... Oh, what? That's insane. You have to kill everyone in the maze before leaving? So this is the exit. We have to remember that this is the exit, but you can't leave until everyone dies. Okay, that's kind of metal. But it's also kind of annoying, because, you know, I thought maybe I'd skip that, but you literally can't. You have to kill everyone. Including these enemies that are just constantly respawning here, so we'll just kill these guys. And then we'll backtrack and go and kill everyone else. Wait, what? That's crazy, though. You have to kill everyone. Okay, that was a close call. Oh, come on. You just brutalized me like that? With no regard for my safety, no regard for my feelings? Come on. Get out of here. Not the best camera angle, especially when enemies can just attack you like that. Alright, wait, how do you even get out of this part? Wait, what? Oh, wait, hold on. There's another door you have to go through. It's not even this one. Huh? Oh, wait, there it is. So there's two doors. This is one of the doors. This is the actual door which I came in from. That other door was just one holding more enemies. I just wish I can find like a health chest or something, because I'm assuming the checkpoint for this section is probably awful. And block puzzles? Honestly, I mean, it kind of does. God of War does kind of feel like Devil May Cry with the training wheels. Like, I mean, juggling in like Devil May Cry takes a bit more work than juggling in God of War. Because in God of War, you go up there and there's a big slow mo when you're up there, and like it's easier to do, but it also has the training wheels on, so you can't do nearly as much cool stuff as you can do in Devil May Cry when juggling. It is easier to do in God of War, but you also can't do nearly as much as you can do in Devil May Cry, and I just prefer it in Devil May Cry. Yeah. Because, in God of War, you can juggle him and just, like, do these grabs which defy gravity. But, like, in Devil May Cry, you have to defy gravity in, like, a skillful sort of way. Can I mod the first God of War? Well, I'm playing the PS3 version. I'm not playing a PC version. Let's get that health. Let's get that health. Let's get that health. Yes. Very nice. That's exactly what I was asking for. And to be fair, I still have magic, so for some of those tougher enemies, I could just spam magic. Like that centaur with the blue flame, which I did see around here, and I have to kill because that's the rules of the maze, and I just lost half my health. I want that half back. Come on, give it back. Oh, I forgot that I haven't juggled an enemy in a while. And okay. I have no health again. What a disaster. And I can't even see the enemies which I have to attack. Okay, I dodged his attack at least. I mean, I wasn't able to juggle him, but I did dodge it. So that's rad. Yeah, no, if I have to like repeat this entire encounter just because like I messed up one thing, that will drive me insane. It will drive me completely mad. So yeah, I don't know if I could mod the first God of War, and to be fair, this first God of War only has 3 boss fights, and you can't really style on the boss fights in any different ways. You beat them or you don't. So I don't really see much purpose in like doing a replay of, say, this first God of War. And oh, this is awful. In fact, it's so awful. I think I'm just gonna spam magic on him. Like this is a waste of magic, doing it to these guys, but like. There was the slight chance that I could die if I tried to fight these guys normally, so I decided to avoid that chance and just use magic. Which, to be fair, is going to make some of the other enemies I have to kill in this maze harder. And, like, seriously, if I have to, like, repeat the entire maze just because, like, I die at this point, I'm going to be furious. I'm going to be mad. I like when Yakuza villains die. It kind of gives like some consequence to the games. It honestly is kind of annoying when like they find ways to not kill the enemies. It's like, this is a special game, like, and oh, this puzzle is like needless. You don't have to do this. But, okay, yeah, you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get this, and it's gonna be awesome. Like the first Yakuza, most of the major players in that game die, and like that game's story is better for it, I think. It's like there's like actual consequence to like stuff happening in the first game. People die, and then in the second game, it's kind of the same deal. Honestly, Yakuza 3 was kind of silly with like how hard it tried to justify people living. I mean, it still killed off like its bad guys and all, and like some of the deaths are kind of brutal. Though sometimes it's just kind of like, Oh, wait, no, wait. But 3 has that one death, though, and... Ayo. That lighting effect, I'm assuming it's broken, but it looks cool. 3 has that one really sad death, so I guess 3 still kills off its characters and all that. I like that. I mean, I guess sometimes, like... There is that whole trope where you don't want the villains to die because they finally got redeemed and like the only redemption they get is in death. Like that trope is kind of annoying, but there being a permanence to like, this story You know, especially with the Yakuza sort of story where, like, there is death, there is murder, there is war. I mean, there is, like, gang violence, you know, like, this sort of topic comes up. So, I mean, all that really matters is how well are those death scenes handled, because Yakuza 4 has probably some of the worst deaths in the series. No, Aizawa is never going to come back because they're going to treat him like every other character of that vein. Like, the only way he'll come back is in, like, one of those Ishin cards or as a cameo, maybe, but, like, not even. Like, I believe he's just truly gone. He's in the jail, and he's never going to get mentioned again because Ichiban doesn't give a fuck about him. And I don't even think Kiryu even cares all that much about him. To be fair, he wasn't even the best villain, so... He's gone. He's gone. Okay, now I'm just lost in the maze. Which, you know, good job. I mean, the maze's job is to, like... Alright, I don't like you. Guess you're gone now. Now, oh, I still have enough magic for one more lightning thing, so I can do... Thank you, this is exactly what I needed. Thank you so much. Oh, so I still have enough magic to do one more magic against that one enemy, and oh, yeah. Yeah. No. God, get gone. Get gone. I hope you don't spawn and they spawn again, you pieces of shit. Fuck you. This isn't gonna give me anything useful. It's just gonna give me more red orbs. Oh, but what is down here? Oh, these enemies. Okay, assholes. But what's around here? Is there another chest I can do? Oh, I guess I'm gonna camp out in this corner. Maybe, who knows? And oh, come on. Okay, camping out in this corner is useful. My favorite weapon in any Yakuza. Like, the weapon combat is never all that deep in the Yakuza games, aside from the ones which have actual weapons, so... That is tough. I will say the crowbar in Yakuza 0 has a fun animation. I just wish the animation could lead to more fun stuff. Like, honestly, if you take that animation of, like, the crowbar, which, like, Majima can do in Yakuza 0, and you put that animation in, like, Lost Judgment, and, like, it can actually lead to juggles, like, that would be dope. But, you know, Yakuza 0 is just kind of cool animation, but still not the best thing ever. I mean, honestly, the dual blades in Kenzin are awesome. I'm just gonna go with that, like the dual sword style. But that's not even a weapon, that's just a weapon style. So when it comes to favorite weapon, honestly, I really like the rainbow swords in Ishin. There's like this one sword that has like a rainbow pragmatic pattern, and it looks sick. I never got it in the game, but I know it exists, and I love how it looks. That's probably like my favorite looking weapon in Ishin. So that, I'll say that. Okay, so this combo is a killer. Except when they block it like that, but if they don't block it, but when they do block it, it sucks. Yeah. Stop blocking me. Oh, and there we go. You even get a cutscene kind of telling you, yep, you did it. The enemies are all dead. Yakuza 2 villain leaks about him still being alive, so I guess they want to make Dead Souls canon, which, you know, rad, I guess. Dead Souls is now canon. I hope he shows up with that big arm again. It'd be kind of weird him coming back, though, because, you know, he's dead. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I guess I am spoiling a lot of Yakuza, so if you're not familiar with Yakuza, then oops. Sorry about that. See, if I die at this point and they force you to fight all the enemies, that would be insane. Just putting that out there. Like, I don't even know the name of the sword in Ishin, but like the rainbow pragmatic sword thing looks sick. That's gotta be the one I like. Bam, bam. Oh man, this stream is about to be 3 hours, and I really don't want to do a 3-hour stream. I just really want to fight that boss fight. Okay, so I guess I jump onto here, and alright. What does that do? What are we doing here? Is a statue of Lord Hades, ruler of the underworld. So I can turn his head around, but what does that accomplish? Now I remember this guy had a set of stairs on him. I wonder if that's a useful thing. What happens if I jump down here? What then? I can climb up there and... Oh, is there something hidden here now that I've actually lifted the statue? Oh my goodness, what do you know? There is something hidden here. Shoots a beam. Look at Kratos' big old face. Oh wow, there's a save point there. I should probably save. And hey, I guess since I already did the thing, they just block me. Oh, I also do need health, so it's good that I kept this chest open. Nice. Oh, time to save. Let's see my orbs. Okay, still not enough orbs to fully upgrade the blades, so still waiting on that. Yeah, I'm gonna need to update that save and update the other save. So now there's actually a point to pulling this dude's head over here, because now his big beam is gonna shoot that thing, and it's gonna light the way. It's gonna light the way. Well, actually, you know what? I may just call it quits here. I'm gonna go to the save point, save again. And these challenges I will tackle in the next stream, because there will be a lot of stuff to do in the next stream. Maybe I'll beat the game in the next stream, maybe I won't. But for now, let's just put it to rest and go to rest. So, there we go. Just want to make sure everything's all lined up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and sticking around. Yeah, the lighting effect, it's back. I don't know, whenever there's like lava below you, it does that weird thing. It's kind of broken. But whatever, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then in the next stream where I may or may not beat this game. So yeah.